Hello, YouTube Sidekick here with another installment of an Iron Bomber's Guide to the DCS Galaxy. Today we're going back to a mission I call the Scooter at War, which is a Vietnam War mission. This is part 2 of the series. In the first part, we took a look at the history of the scooter during the Vietnam War, and then we went out and flew as part of an Alpha strike, attacking an oil terminal and POL transshipment facility. You may want to go back and look at that video if you haven't seen it already. Now, because AAA was the real scooter killer in Vietnam, today we're going to take a quick look at the technique called jinking and how we can use it to evade AAA fire. And then we're going to go to the mission reenactment. Now, in part 1, we followed the strike element of the mission on a bombing run. Today we're going to look at the same mission, but we're going to follow the flak suppression element. So we'll go get the mission briefing, some of which will be the same as part 1. But then we'll get the mission briefing for the flak suppression element, and then we'll go fly the mission. So let's get started. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about AAA fire and how to evade it. The important thing to remember is that all anti-aircraft artillery fire is based on prediction, using some technique ranging from manual estimation to fully automated radar control. The gun measures the target aircraft's position and its flight path, and then the gun makes a prediction of where it will have to fire so that the flight path of its projectile will intersect the flight path of the aircraft. But here's the thing. Once the projectile is fired, it can't be guided. So, if the target changes its flight path from the one the gun predicted when it fired, the projectile will miss. So this leads to a technique known as jinking, which basically refers to the process of periodically changing your flight path to ensure that you continuously upset the predictions that might be being made by any AAA that's tracking you. Now, how often you have to jink is determined by the range to the AAA unit because, effectively, you have to change your flight path before the projectile has a chance to get to you. So that means that if you're flying at a relatively high altitude, you'll only have to make fairly deliberate course changes every few seconds or so. But if you're flying at low altitude, you'll have to make much more abrupt changes pretty much continuously. Okay, so let's keep that in mind while we're flying the mission, and it looks like it's about time to join the mission briefing.
Operation Rolling Thunder continues. Task Force 77 is operating from Yankee Station and will launch strikes into the Route Package 4 of North Vietnam. USS Oriskany squadrons will fly a range of missions today. VA-163 will contribute 3 strike packages. The enemy continues to oppose Rolling Thunder through the use of radar-guided SAMs, AAA guns of all calibers, MiG-17 and MiG-21 interceptors all supplied by the Soviets. Resistance in the Route Package 4 area is expected to be moderate, as increasing USAF focus on Route Package 6 seems to be drawing SAM and MiG forces away from the coast in our target area. VA-163 will attack the oil storage and transshipment facility at the listed coordinates. VA-163 will be split into 3 strike packages: a Wild Weasel SAM suppression package, 4-ship, call sign Jackknife, a flak suppression package, 4-ship, call sign Switchblade, and a main attack package, 4-ship, call sign Bloodhound. The strike will proceed as follows. Call sign Jackknife will precede the other 2 elements and identify and engage any SAM north and east of the target area.
Switchblade will launch an RV with Bloodhound and proceed to checkpoint Joker. Switchblade will turn south and go over the beach at point X-ray at 14,000 feet. Coordinate with Bloodhound to begin target runs as Bloodhound begins target approach from Point Whiskey. Switchblade will attack and suppress flak targets in zones Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta before Bloodhound begins their target run. Target priorities will be assigned by Switchblade 1. Approach the target from the south above 10,000 feet. Drop bombs from above 4,000 feet if possible. Do not go below 2,000 feet. Break left over the target, egress to the west, preserve speed. Exit target area before Bloodhound reaches their initial point. Once your feet wet, climb back to 10,000 feet and RV at Checkpoint Joker for the return flight. Loadout. Bomb loadout for callsign Switchblade will be 4 Mark 82 airburst bombs carried on center pylons, and 150-gallon drop tanks will be carried on pylons 2 and 4. Timings. Time on target is between 1532 and 1534. You should be crossing X-ray at 1530. Step to your jets at 1300. Launch operations will start at 1331 with Jackknife, followed by us, followed by Bloodhound. Good luck, gentlemen. See you tonight for the debrief. Okay, here we are flying as Switchblade 1. We've left Point Joker. We're headed for X-ray. Bloodhound is out ahead of us, heading for Point Whiskey. We're actually the second pair in Switchblade. We're going to have 3 and 4 go in first, and we'll be a couple of minutes behind them so we can either clean up anything they don't hit or pick our own targets. So let's get fenced in. We're going to use the bombing computer, obviously. We're going to drop all of the bombs in a single ripple. So the way we've assigned the target priorities is that 3 and 4 are going to take Bravo and Delta. And then Switchblade 2 and I are going to either take Alpha and Charlie or clean up Bravo and Delta if 3 and 4 miss. And we'll try to be out of the way before Bloodhound starts getting down on the target so we don't have any conflicts. Okay, you can see the target area coming up over to the left. And as we get closer to the coast here, I'm going to let 2 get farther ahead so we can keep some separation. And after that, it's time to start picking up the target area and start planning our approach. Okay, there's the river delta. I think I see the bend, which is the target is just to the north of that bend. So we're going to come in, make sure we're south of that. It's just going to be a matter of picking up the AAA sites as we make the turn, and then picking out the one we want to take. Okay, Bloodhound should be getting close to reaching Checkpoint Whiskey so they can start getting inland.
Switchblade, this is Bloodhound. We are feet dry at Point Whiskey. Over.
Switchblade, roger. Out. Alright, there they are.
Bloodhound. AAA, AAA.
Yeah, no kidding. AAAs. We're going to have to make sure as soon as we go feet dry, even before we go feet dry, we're going to want to keep up the jinking. All call sign Switchblade, this is 1. Ensure that you are jinking once you go feet dry. Out. Okay, well, while we're high altitude, jinking doesn't have to be too dramatic. We just need to remember to keep changing direction. Once we get down lower, though, we're going to have to get a little bit more serious about the jinking. Obviously, the dangerous part is going to be the bombing run when we can't jink because we get it lined up. Okay, there's the bend in the river. There's the target on the far side. I can't see the AAA sites yet. And here comes the flak.
3. I have visual on the target.
Alright, so 3's a couple minutes ahead. Start our jinking here.
Rolling in. 3, bombs away.
Let's roll back over, see if we can get a look at 3's target here. 3, this is 1. Good hits.
Bloodhound, target in sight.
Oh, that looks like 4 as well. 4, this is 1. Good hits. Alright, looks like 2 and I will take our originally assigned targets. 2, this is 1. You have Charlie, I have Alpha. Out. I keep jinking while we try and get ourselves lined up here. Don't want to fly in any straight lines. Okay, time to find the target. There it is. Let's come around a little bit more. Come around. Come around. Roll it in. Pull down to the target. Get the pipper on. Get the pipper on. Get the wings level. And pickle and hold. 1, bomb's gone.
Bloodhound, we are rolling in.
Time to start jinking.
Bloodhound, bomb's gone.
Well, it looks like we got out of the way in time for Bloodhound. That's good.
Bloodhound, we are off. Bloodhound, good hits, good hits.
Alright, looks like they've hit the target, so our job here is done. As long as we can get them all to the coast. Get ourselves there as well. Keep up the jinking. Pull and roll and pull. Alright, there we are. All call signs, this is Switchblade. We are feet wet. Okay, let's pull up just a little and turn back around, get one look.
Bloodhound, we are feet wet and heading back to the boat.
Alright, Bloodhound safe and sound, so our mission was a success as well. Well, that looks pretty positive. Have to see what the photos tell us later. Well, if you are enjoying that mission, please subscribe to the channel. For now, this is going to be Sidekick. Signing off.